Have you ever said something in anger and immediately regretted it? Ever let a bad mood ruin an important opportunity? Do you find yourself spending money on things you don't need just to feel better temporarily? Or worse, do you feel like your thoughts are running the show, dragging you from anxiety to overthinking to doubt? If any of this sounds familiar, then this message is for you. Because the truth is, most people are not in control of their lives, they're reacting to it. But the Stoics believed in a different way, mastering yourself before trying to master the world. And today, we're breaking down 4 powerful elements you must learn to control if you want true freedom: your mouth, your mood, your money, and your mind. This is the Stoic path to inner power. Before we dive in, if you're serious about self-mastery and leveling up your life, hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss what's coming next. Let's get into it. 1. Control your mouth. Speak like a master, not a slave. Your words are like arrows. You can't take them back once they're released. This truth is timeless, and it's why every spiritual and philosophical tradition teaches restraint in speech. The Stoics in particular understood the immense power of language. A careless sentence can wound deeper than a sword. A thoughtless joke can break a friendship. An angry outburst can undo years of trust. And yet, most people treat words casually, throwing them around like pebbles, unaware that they may be setting fires they can't extinguish. To speak like a master means to become aware of the weight of every word you utter. It's not about being silent all the time. It's about choosing your words with precision and purpose. Words can inspire courage or sow fear. They can heal or destroy. A Stoic does not react impulsively. They pause, they reflect, and they only speak if their words add value to the moment. This restraint begins with self-discipline. When you're angry, silence is your shield. When you're tempted to gossip, silence is your integrity. When you're uncertain, silence is your wisdom. Practice holding your tongue when the world pressures you to speak. This is not weakness, it's strength. Anyone can rant, anyone can lash out. But few can master the art of timing and tone. Seneca once wrote, "Speech that's restrained is better than speech that is eloquent." This restraint gives your words power because it shows self-control. When you finally do speak, people listen. Not because you're loud, but because you're deliberate. A powerful tool to guide your speech is the threefold filter. Is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? Before you say anything, especially when emotions are high, run your words through this filter. Is what you're about to say grounded in fact, or just a story you've told yourself? Is it truly needed? Or are you just filling the silence or feeding your ego? Will it lift others or cut them down? Many conflicts in life are born not from actions, but from poorly chosen words. A sarcastic comment, a passive-aggressive remark, a heated insult. One moment of verbal carelessness can lead to consequences you never intended. In contrast, carefully chosen words, spoken with calm and clarity, can disarm tension, inspire understanding, and build bridges where walls once stood. Remember, speaking less doesn't mean being weak or submissive. It means speaking better, more intentionally, more wisely. A Stoic tongue is not silent out of fear. It is disciplined out of strength. The wise speak not to impress, but to express clarity. They do not speak to dominate, but to enlighten. If you want to be a leader of your life, your relationships, or your community, learn to control your mouth. Don't be a slave to your emotions or your ego. Let your words serve your values, not your impulses. The world is full of noise. Become a voice of reason, of calm, of power wrapped in humility. So the next time you feel the urge to react, to blurt something out, or to win an argument, stop. Breathe. Ask yourself, what is my intention right now? Am I building or breaking? And then choose your words as a master would, carefully, consciously, and with the awareness that each one holds power. 2. Control your mood. Emotion is a servant, not a master. How often do you act out of frustration, sadness, or jealousy, only to regret it later? It happens to all of us. We snap at someone we care about. We lash out when we feel slighted. We stew in resentment and let it cloud our judgment. The damage is often small in the moment, but over time, these emotional impulses shape the direction of our lives. The Stoics understood this clearly. They did not deny the existence of emotion, far from it. They accepted that emotion is part of being human. But they taught that emotions are messengers, not masters. They are signals to be interpreted, not chains to be obeyed. The goal is not to suppress what we feel, but to understand it and choose our response wisely. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That includes power over your mood. You are not your anger. You are not your fear. You are not your sadness. These are temporary states, not permanent identities. But if you let them drive your behavior, they will control you. The first step to controlling your mood is awareness. When a strong emotion arises, pause. Name it. I am feeling angry. I am feeling envious. This simple act of labeling creates distance. It reminds you that you are the observer of your emotions, not their victim. Then, ask yourself, what story am I telling myself right now? Often, our emotions are fueled by interpretations, not facts. You might think someone disrespected you when they were simply distracted. You might feel rejected when the truth is far more neutral. By examining the story, you loosen the grip of emotion. Once you see the story, you can challenge it. You can breathe, reflect. Ask if this emotion is useful. Does it serve your long-term values? Does it align with the person you're trying to become? If not, let it pass. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to negative moods. When you're caught in a storm of frustration, pause and count what's going right. When envy creeps in, reflect on your own growth. When sadness looms, remember moments of joy and hope. These shifts in perspective reframe your emotional state. They don't erase the feeling, but they take away its sting. You don't have to become cold or indifferent. Stoicism is not about becoming a robot. It's about becoming composed. It's about facing life with emotional stability, not emotional chaos. When others panic, you remain steady. When others rage, you remain calm. This is not suppression, it is mastery. Controlling your mood also protects your relationships. Uncontrolled emotion is the root of most conflicts. A quick temper can alienate those who love you. Chronic negativity can wear down the people around you. By learning to manage your emotions, you not only improve your own life, you bring peace to those you interact with. In a world full of triggers and distractions, mood control is a superpower. It's what allows you to make clear decisions in chaos. It's what keeps you grounded when others spiral. It's what turns pain into growth and setbacks into wisdom. So the next time you're overwhelmed, don't ask, "Why do I feel this way?" Ask instead, "What can I do with this feeling? How can I respond in a way that reflects my values?" Emotion is a tool. It can either serve your higher self or sabotage it. Control your mood, and you control your actions. Control your actions, and you control your destiny. 3. Control your money. Wealth is the power to say no. In a world that celebrates excess, where social media constantly bombards us with images of luxury, designer brands, and extravagant lifestyles, it's easy to lose track of what really matters. We've been conditioned to associate wealth with what we can show off: cars, clothes, gadgets, and vacations. But real wealth, as the Stoics understood, isn't about accumulation. It's about liberation. Self-control is the real flex. Anyone can spend. Anyone can swipe a credit card or make an impulsive online purchase. But few have the discipline to pause, question, and walk away. The ability to say no to a new car, a luxury item, or a night out you can't afford is true power. That power is not rooted in restriction, but in freedom. Every time you say yes to a needless expense, you may be saying no to your future self. That $300 you spent chasing momentary pleasure could have been an investment in your freedom. Freedom from debt, from stress, from the cycle of paycheck to paycheck living. The Stoics didn't advocate poverty. They weren't about deprivation for the sake of suffering. What they sought was freedom from dependency, freedom from needing more just to feel enough. Seneca, one of Rome's wealthiest men and most prominent Stoic philosophers, often reminded himself of how little he actually needed to be content. He practiced simplicity not because he couldn't afford luxury, but because he wanted to be prepared should fortune ever turn against him. This philosophy is timeless. Today, many of us live above our means, chasing an idealized lifestyle that keeps us tethered to jobs we hate, relationships we tolerate, and stress we normalize. But you don't need more to be happy. You need less. Less comparison, less impulse, less clutter. Financial clarity begins with awareness. Track your spending, not to shame yourself, but to understand yourself. Where does your money go each month? What are your habits? What purchases bring real value and which just fill a void? Before you buy something, pause, ask, is this a tool or a trap? A tool enhances your life. It serves a purpose, improves your well-being, or saves time. A trap, on the other hand, might bring instant gratification, but it chains you to a need for more. It's the fourth pair of sneakers you don't wear, the subscription you forgot about, the overpriced dinner that left your bank account lighter and your soul no fuller. Build your financial discipline like you'd build muscle through consistent, intentional effort. Start with saving. Even a small emergency fund gives you leverage and peace of mind. Then invest, not only in stocks or property, but in knowledge. Learn about personal finance, understand compound interest, long-term planning, and delayed gratification. Live below your means, not out of fear, but out of wisdom. When you don't need every dollar you earn, you gain freedom. You can walk away from a toxic job. You can say no to unethical demands. You can prioritize health, family, and purpose over a paycheck. Because freedom isn't about earning more, it's about needing less. True wealth is the ability to say no without fear, no to trends, no to pressure, no to the illusion that happiness comes in a box with a price tag. So next time you feel the itch to spend, remember, control your money, or it will control you. And control doesn't mean deprivation, it means choice, power, peace. 4. Control your mind. You are not your thoughts. Your mind is your most powerful asset, or your most dangerous enemy. It can lift you to new heights, or trap you in endless cycles of fear, doubt, and self-sabotage. And here's the paradox. Most people go through life never realizing they are not their thoughts. The Stoics understood this deeply. They saw the mind as a battlefield. The real enemy is not the external world, it's the internal noise, that quiet whisper of self-doubt, the worry about the future, the regret about the past. These thoughts sneak in without warning. And if we're not vigilant, they take the reins. But you are not your thoughts. You are the observer, the thinker behind the thought. When fear rises, you can notice it without becoming it. When anger flares, you can pause before it consumes you. This gap between thought and action is where power lives. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, filled his journal with reminders to himself. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. He wrote not to teach others but to train himself, to stay grounded, to resist the pull of impulse and illusion. You can do the same. Start your day with silence. Before the world intrudes with notifications, noise, and obligations, sit with your mind. Listen to what it's saying, not to obey it, but to understand it. Write down your thoughts. Journaling is not just an exercise in reflection, it's a tool for mastery. When your fears are on paper, they shrink. When your doubts are exposed, they lose power. When your goals are written down, they become more than wishes, they become plans. Challenge your assumptions. Just because your mind says something doesn't mean it's true. Thoughts are like clouds, they pass. But your awareness is the sky, vast, steady, unshaken. Feed your mind with truth, not noise. What are you reading, watching, consuming? The mind is shaped by what it's exposed to. Choose books over clickbait, wisdom over outrage, depth over distraction. Build a mental fortress. Like the Stoics, train your mind with daily practice. Meditation, reflection, visualization, repetition. These aren't luxuries, they're necessities. In a chaotic world, a disciplined mind doesn't crumble in chaos, it becomes the calm in the storm. Life will test you. You will face setbacks, criticism, loss. But if your mind is grounded, nothing can shake you. You won't be pulled by every emotion, provoked by every insult, or overwhelmed by every challenge. This is not about suppressing emotion. It's about understanding it, observing it, choosing your response rather than reacting out of habit. You are the master of your mind, not its slave. And with that mastery comes peace, clarity, focus, power. So remember, you are not your thoughts. You are the one who sees them, challenges them, and ultimately chooses what to believe. Train your mind, free your mind, control your mind, and nothing outside of you can break you. The power of self-mastery. So now the question is, will you be a slave to your impulses or the master of your life? Control your mouth and your words will carry weight. Control your mood and your actions will be deliberate. Control your money and your life will be free. Control your mind and you will unlock unshakable peace. The Stoic path is not easy, but it is powerful. Because the one who conquers himself needs no other victory. If this message spoke to you, subscribe, share it, and start today. Discipline is the gateway to freedom, and your future self is waiting for you to take the first step. Let's walk the path together.